For the first time since the Queen's passing, the entire royal family will be together and show their support at this year's celebrations. The royal family will celebrate Christmas without Queen Elizabeth II this year, but they will find a way to keep their traditions alive despite their great sadness. King Charles will have the full support of the other royals as they settle in for the holiday season, as recounted by Omid Scobie, co-author of the memoir, Finding Freedom, of the monarch's youngest daughter-in-law. The late Queen was known as Mummy, Grandma, or Gone to many members of the family. Since the coronavirus epidemic hit in 2019, the royal family has not lived in the big house at the Sandringham estate. There's still a great sense of sadness about the loss of Her Majesty, a former royal staffer told Mr. Scobie. It will be surreal to be back in the area where she was the source of so much love and joy. It will be difficult at first to accept her absence. This will be King Chair's first year hosting Christmas Day, and his biographer predicts that his style of hosting will set the tone for future celebrations. He went on to say, "I would imagine that, just like the first 3 months of his reign, the focus this holiday season will be on continuity and remembering the life of Queen Elizabeth II. Because of this, customs will play an important role in this year's royal Christmas celebration. On Christmas Eve, there is a festive supper and exchange of gifts, on Christmas Day there is a church service and a feast, and on Boxing Day, shooting, riding, and hiking are among the activities available. The full support of family members, working and non-working, as Mr. Scobie put it, is what Charles can count on." William and Catherine have revealed that they, along with Prince George, now 9, Princess Charlotte, now 7, and Prince Louis, now 4, will be celebrating one of the biggest in years at home this Christmas. Also, this is the first year that Camilla is not expected to spend Boxing Day with her own family. Instead, Mr. Scobie claimed, her children Lauren Lopez and Tom Parker Bowles will travel up to Norfolk with their families to join the King and the other royals. Also in attendance will be Prince Andrew's ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, who will be there alongside daughters Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice and their husbands and children. Mike Tyndall will also join with wife Zara and children Lena, 4, Lucas, 1, and Mia, 8. Mr. Tyndall said on his podcast The Good, the Bad and the Rugby, "Obviously, there's a lot of change, there's a lot of firsts." A royal source told Mr. Scobie, "The focus is really on family. This is what Christmas is all about." The focus on family is also tipped to apply to the King's speech, in which the new monarch is expected to pay tribute to his mother's memory. Meanwhile, speaking to the Daily Mirror, former royal butler Grant Harold explained that when it comes to decorations, the royal family tends not to overdo it. He said, "Everybody gets the tinsel, but if you go to a royal home, it is a lot more greenery, baubles and lights, not tinsel." In fact, a photo of Catherine in her London home reveals a Christmas tree in the background that isn't covered in tinsel but is instead decked with velvet maroon bows, silver ornaments, and a string of lights. Although the Queen had a rigid policy regarding her personal Christmas tree, Harold continued, the late monarch had a sweet and endearing tradition for little royals. He stated, "According to what I've heard, the Queen used to make sure that one of the trees in one of the rooms at Sandringham was left naked so that the children could decorate it. She established a custom where the grandchildren would visit and decorate together, which I always seemed to be a very wonderful notion."